On January 23, 2017, Donald Trump sat down at his desk in the White House, surrounded by a group of white men, and announced his global gag rule, a ban on funding for any international organization that anywhere in its healthcare programs provides or even discusses abortions with patients, other than in cases of rape, incest, or life endangerment. Trump took a failed, deadly policy first introduced by the Reagan administration and then rescinded by every Democratic president since and made it worse. The gag rule shuts down funding for services like HIV prevention or contraception if providers so much as advise a patient on where to get an abortion. But Donald Trump's version goes even further, denying all global health assistance, including programs that address infectious diseases like malaria, Zika, and now even HIV. The result? Women die.
Is there any area of healthcare that is not affected by this policy?
I struggle to think about what isn't affected.
Are childbirth services affected?
Yes, childbirth services are affected, definitely.
Mammograms?
Mammograms are affected.
HIV/AIDS?
Yes.
Malaria?
Yes, malaria prevention.
Typhoid?
Yes, exactly. It will be affected.
I think what's most surprising being here and talking to you on the ground is that the vast majority of services affected have nothing to do with abortion.
Yes, that is the irony of the whole thing. I mean, Uganda is the country that abortion is very restricted, so there is no reason why the Mexico policy should apply to us here.
Because of the gender norms in countries like Uganda, women don't have access to the same work opportunities that men do, same educational opportunities that men do. So often, uneducated women are forced to go into sex work when their husbands have taken off or have passed away. And as a woman being there, meeting people who are my age, who have a few kids and who are HIV positive, and talk about how President Bush saved their life with PEPFAR, and with that funding, he curbed the AIDS epidemic. And it's the reason they've been surviving with the virus for more than 10 years. Now with this new policy, that is all being reversed. How long have you survived with HIV?
Kati kiyise emyaka nga 12 nfuna obujjanjabi ng'era ndi ku ddagala nga ndi ku RWS nakatandika kati okuba nga bamisingamu okutuwa obujjanjabi.
Do you know why you're losing access to treatment?
Ensonga gye baatuwa olwasembayo mu Gw'omusanvu nga batugamba kimu nti Trump ya cruisinga okuleeta obujjanjabi naddala nga mu Uganda mu malwaliro agasinga. Sisobola kubaawo nga tewali ddagala lwa nsonga emu nti kati obulamu bwange buyimiridde ku ddagala. Bwe mba sifunye eddagala n'abaana baba tebagenda kufuna kyakulya, baba tebagenda kusoma. Kindeetera okukaaba kubanga kati nze abalabirira ekyo n'otulika n'okaaba.
What do you do for work? How do you make money?
Ndi sex worker.
Here's a mother with, 4 kids with HIV who knows that she cannot survive if she does not receive this treatment. That's terrifying when your husband, who was the breadwinner, has already died from HIV. You have HIV now. You're performing sex work in order to support your children. And that was something that was hard to hear, knowing that part of the reason that could happen is because of our government.
Safe abortion is a major contributor to the maternal mortality ratio in Nigeria, which is about one of the highest in the world. The global gag rule means that more women in sub-Saharan Africa may die from unwanted pregnancies and unsafe abortion. The Trump administration is playing politics with the lives of women in Africa.
Hawa is right. So women are fighting back together. One day after Trump announced his global gag rule, the Center for Health and Gender Equity sounded the alarm. U.S. Senator Jeanne Shaheen and Representative Nita Lowey, with a bipartisan group of nearly 200 lawmakers, introduced the Global HER Act, aimed at ending the gag rule once and for all. The Global HER Act would ensure that eligible organizations across the world can keep providing health services with U.S. funds, while continuing to provide abortion-related services with other non-U.S. funds. And although it may seem like this kind of gag rule could never happen in the U.S. due to our constitutional right to free speech, make no mistake, it absolutely could happen here. And it's part of an overall pattern and plan to deny women in the U.S. and abroad their right to choose what happens to their own bodies. None of us are free until all of us are free. And the oppression of women in some of the poorest countries, from Africa to Latin America to Asia, is directly tied to our own. So let's do our part to join change and support all women when they need it most. Go to www.genderhealth.org to learn more. Then call on your member of Congress to support the Global HER Act now.